Today, I'll show you 5 critical items you should have on hand to survive a nuclear war. These are practical, life-saving tools that can make the difference between surviving weeks or not surviving at all. First on the list is food storage. In the aftermath of a nuclear strike, supply chains will collapse. Grocery stores will empty within hours if not destroyed, and it could be weeks, months, if not years, before any kind of relief arrives. The best foods to stockpile are non-perishables: rice, beans, canned meats, peanut butter, oats, pasta, and long-term emergency rations. Freeze-dried meals are especially good because they last over 20 years if stored properly. If you could store your food supply safe from fallout radiation, do so. Remember, you're not just feeding yourself, but possibly your family. Aim for at least 2 to 3 weeks of food, but ideally 3 months or more. This isn't just about hunger, it's about keeping your strength up when survival depends on it. Number 2 is water. The rule of survival is simple: 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Radiation fallout can contaminate lakes, rivers, and even rainwater. That's why you need stored water inside your home. A good rule of thumb is 1 gallon per person per day. Store as much as you reasonably can in sealed containers. But don't stop there. Have water filters and purification tablets. This is a tricky one. I have been looking at how you can remove the radioactive particles from water. As of yet, I only see that activated charcoal and reverse osmosis may be a way. There seems to be some expensive equipment to do this. Do your research on this one. For this reason, having a good supply of water on hand would be a good idea. Third, a Geiger counter. This small device could honestly save your life by detecting dangerous radiation levels in food, water, and the environment. Radiation is invisible. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it. Without a Geiger counter, you're basically walking blind. Having one lets you make informed decisions. Is it safe to leave your shelter? Is your food contaminated? Is your water drinkable? You'll find them from $20 to a few $100s. It goes without saying that the better one you get will give the best results. If you buy one, just make sure it's kept in a Faraday cage along with any other electronics you want to protect. More on that in a moment. Fourth, supplies to seal your home or safe room. After a nuclear blast, radioactive fallout drifts down like ash. If it enters your home, it can poison the air and contaminate surfaces. Simple tools, plastic sheeting, duct tape, and weather stripping can create a barrier between you and deadly particles. You'll want to seal windows, doors, vents, and any openings. Choose the most central room in your home, preferably with no windows, and prepare it as your fallout shelter. Reinforce above, like your attic, with heavy materials or improvised shielding to block radiation. These simple supplies could give you the safe breathing space you need to ride out the danger. If possible, this location would be ideal to store food and water. Fifth and finally, a Faraday cage for your electronics. A nuclear blast could unleash an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, that fries unprotected electronics. That means no radios, no flashlights, no way to communicate. Store essentials like a hand crank or battery-powered radio for emergency broadcasts, a flashlight or headlamp with spare batteries, your Geiger counter, and even backup power banks. Place them inside a simple DIY Faraday cage, a sealed metal container lined with insulation. This ensures when you need these tools the most, they'll still work. These 5 items, food, water, a Geiger counter, sealing supplies, and a Faraday cage with critical electronics, form the foundation of nuclear survival. Preparing isn't about living in fear, it's about giving yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance. In a nuclear war, luck may determine who survives the blast, but preparation determines who survives the fallout. Which of these 5 items do you already have at home, and what would you add to the list? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more survival guides. Thanks for watching, and if you gained some knowledge from this, please subscribe for more.